accident. Un accident. The Seveso River overflowed its banks in Milan, causing flooding and damage in Brianza. Due to heavy rains in recent hours, shortly after 10 o'clock a.m., the Seveso River flooded in the Niguarda area of Milan. More than 200 millimeters of rain fell across the river basin, prompting the activation of the Senegal flood control area. Unfortunately, the river basin overflowed, and from 10 o'clock to 10:15 a.m., the waters began to overflow in Niguarda in the Prato neighborhood. Milan City Councillor for Civil Protection, Marco Granelli, reported on social media. It also reported that the upper reaches of the Lambro River are also flooded in Via Vittorini, which is protected by a mobile flood wall installed this morning at 6 o'clock a.m., Granelli said. In addition to the Seveso River, the Lambro River is also at very high levels. Water has gushed out of a manhole on Via Vittorini, a major traffic hub, where flood barriers have been installed to protect homes. Firefighters were busy responding to various incidents in the city. On Via Valsisman, in the Niguarda neighborhood, an area affected by the Seveso flooding, they intervened to evacuate a private school. Flooding was widespread, with cars stuck in tunnels and power outages in areas where substations were submerged. Following a wave of bad weather in the Alexandria region, a helicopter search was underway in Spigno, Monferrato for a woman reported missing. In the same area, 15 people were isolated in a campsite and are currently being rescued. Rising water levels have created a critical situation, triggering landslides. Several homes were also reported flooded in Spigno. Meanwhile, heavy rains also recorded in the nearby Savona region have increased the water levels of rivers and tributaries. The Bormida River is expected to overflow in Alexandria in the afternoon. Firefighters have recorded 22 interventions related to the heavy rains. The situation in Perito and Malvicino is extremely worrying, with even houses in the town center flooded, reported Lorenzo Torrielli, head of the National Land Commission of Acquiterme. The situation in Cartosio and Denis, both towns on the Ligurian border, is no better. Landslides since the end of August have extended to the outskirts of Acqui, between the S30 and the town road below. Disruption to surrounding villages is inevitable, some of which are isolated. According to social media and the government website, schools are closed in Ovada, Gavi, Tasserolo, Bosio, and Silvano d'Orba. In Alexandria, the overflowing Lovicina River in the Spinetta Marengo suburb has required the immediate closure of Via Genova. The Bormida River is being monitored. Travel restrictions on the Novi Ligure route are recommended. Water levels in rivers and tributaries are being monitored. Roads are closed due to flooding and fallen trees. Rail traffic disrupted. The Alessandria-Savona line is currently temporarily suspended due to critical weather conditions in San Giuseppe di Cairo, Savona. An Atlantic disturbance from France has caused significant damage in the northwest, triggering a period of severe weather that has spread today to other northern regions and parts of the central Tyrrhenian region with localized severe weather. This was announced by the Civil Protection Department. The warning calls for scattered to widespread rainfall, including showers or thunderstorms in the Aosta Valley and Piedmont, Lombardy, Liguria, Emilia-Romagna, Tuscany, and Sardinia. This phenomenon will be accompanied by heavy rain, frequent electrical activity, localized hail, and strong gusts of wind. Based on the weather forecast and ongoing phenomena, an orange weather and hydrological warning has been issued for Monday, September 22 in Liguria and northern Lombardy. A yellow warning has also been issued for Valle d'Aosta, Emilia-Romagna, Tuscany, most of Piedmont, the rest of Lombardy, and parts of Umbria, Lazio, and Sardinia. Heavy overnight rain caused a landslide just before 7 o'clock a.m. this morning on the SP 583 Lariana motorway, roughly on the border between the municipalities of Como and Blevio, on the eastern shore of a branch of Lake Como. A passing vehicle was also involved. There are no reports of injuries or bruises. Firefighters are at the scene. The road has been closed. Due to debris on the road from the storm, State Highway 340 Regina and Colono Como has been temporarily closed in both directions. The ANAS team and law enforcement officers are on the scene to ensure traffic is managed safely and normal traffic flow is restored as quickly as possible.
Mi sa che niente, mi aspetterà là fino a maggio. Corrente oltretutto è veramente forte. Mi sono fermato quando arrivava al ginocchio e...
Schools were closed across much of Liguria following an orange thunderstorm warning issued by the ARPL agency until midday. The Genoa City Operations Center ordered the closure of all schools at all levels, training centers, and the suspension of classes at universities in the Genoa region. Classes were also suspended in the towns of Sestri Levante, Lomarzo, and others. In La Spezia, face-to-face classes were suspended in schools at all levels in the city, including universities. In the province of La Spezia, classes in upper secondary schools were suspended. Schools were also closed in the city of Savona and several towns in the province, including Albenga, Fenel Ligure, Vado Ligure, and Varaz. In the province of Imperia, schools were closed in Ventimiglia, Vallecroce, Santo Stefano al Mare, Riva Ligure, San Lorenzo al Mare, Sanremo, and Ospedaletti. State Highway 29 Col de Catabona between Savona and Turin was temporarily closed to traffic in both directions in Piana Crixia, Savona, due to flooding. ANAS, a national highway agency, announced this, explaining that company teams and law enforcement officers were on the scene to manage the situation and reopen this section of road as soon as possible. Due to landslides, State Highway 29 was closed to traffic in both directions on other sections in the Savona region, the Carcare bypass and the Collina Vispa near Caro Montanat, Savona.